Good afternoon, friends. In today's session, we are seeing limitations of operation research, models, different models of war, and introduction to linear programming problems. So, limitations. In the earlier session, we have seen the various applications of war. Now, what will be the demerits or disadvantages of using war techniques? It is very costly. So, this is because war will make the mathematical models for taking decisions and solving problems. When we do frequent changes in the basic data so that are incorporated them into the war models, so it will be a costly affair. So that is frequent changes will be done to the basic data, and incorporating them into the war models will be a costly affair. So we say that it is very costly affair, not realistic. So war experts will make very complex models for solving the problems. So that may not be practically realistic. Then practical application. So formulation of industrial problem into linear programming problem is a difficult task. So practically converting industrial problem into LPP is a difficult one. Then reliability. So a non-linear relationship will be changed to the linear relationship so that that will be fitted into the LPP problem. So this will disturb the entire system. Then distance between the manager and operation researcher. So or it is being a specialist job, so it requires a mathematician or statistician or some other job specialist. But such job specialists will not be aware of the exact business problems. Similarly, a manager who is doing the business operations will fail to understand the complex working of this operation research. Then absence of quantification. So OR will provide the solution only when the elements, that is tangible factors like price related to the problem are quantified. So that is in terms of quantity. So when the elements are available, so then OR will give the solution. Intangible factors like human relationship, so will not be, cannot be quantified. So these are some disadvantages of war. So then war models, physical models. So this will include all form of the diagrams, graphs and charts physically which we can see or which we can feel. So there will be two types of physical models. Iconic models, so they are the primarily images of the objects or systems, so that are represented on a smaller scale. Then analog models, so they are the small physical systems, so which are having the characters similar to the objects they represent. For example, toys. Toys will be considered as the analog models. They are having the characteristics similar to the objects which they are representing. Mathematical or symbolic models. So these models will employ a set of mathematical symbols to represent the decision variable. For example, uh, allocation of jobs and sequencing of jobs, right? So the best example of mathematical models. By nature of the environment, deterministic model. So these are the models in which everything is defined and the results are certain. So such as economic order quantity model. So we are sure that in a batch of production, if we produce so many number of units, so that production batch will prove to be economical to us. So we are sure of the results what we are obtaining. That is how many products are going to be manufactured in that production batch. So that is deterministic model. Then probabilistic model. So these are the models in which the input and output variables will follow a defined probability distributions, such as game theory. By the extent of generality, so we have generic models and the specific models. General models are the models which you can apply in general to any problem. Example, linear programming problems. So these are general models. Specific models, they are on the other hand the models you can apply only under specific conditions. For example, for function of advertising, so this will be used only in marketing function. So sales response, so that is also a marketing function. So these models will be used only in marketing function. Then by the time horizon, so static models, so they are one-time decision models, so which do not take into account the changes taking place in time. So dynamic models, they are the models for situations in which time will play very important role. Then linear programming. So it is the mathematical modeling technique, so in which a linear function will be maximized or minimized when subjected to various constraints. So if we are if the mathematical model is speaking about the profit, so then this linear function to be maximized. If it is speaking about the cost, so the objective function to be minimized, so subjected to the various constraints. So optimization is the way of life. So we have very infinite number of resources and time in our hand, and we want to utilize these very precious resources and precious time. So we want to make the most of them. So linear programming is one of the simple way to perform optimization. So it is a simple technique where we depict the complex relationship through the linear functions, and then we'll find the optimum solution. The common terminologies used in linear programming. So decision variables. So these are the variables that will decide the output of the problem. So they represent the ultimate solution. To solve any problem, we first need to identify the decision variables. Then objective function. So it is defined as the objective of making any decisions. So constraints. So the constraints are the restrictions or limitations on the decision variables. So decision variables. Suppose if we are speaking that so the number of machine hours used in manufacturing a product. So machine hours is the decision variable. So we have restrictions on these machine hours available. Similarly, the labor hours. So maximum the laborers are working in an organization to 9 to 10 hours. So the restriction is the number of working hours of the labor is restricted to 9 to 10 hours. So they usually limit the value of the decision variables. Non-negativity restrictions. For all linear programs, the decision variable will take non-negative values. The machine hours cannot be negative. It may be taking zero. If we don't allow the machine to get operated, so the machine hours used will be zero at most, but it cannot take any negative values. So that means the values for decision variables should be greater than or equal to 0. Thank you, friends.